Call McCree Cassidy cowboy annoying piece of trash. Whatever his name is, has had one of the most annoying and stupid abilities in his inventory ever since he came out. From a simple flashbang that stunned the enemies to a magnetic abomination that follows its target in the most cartoony, goofy style possible. Both of the iterations of this ability have been and are hated to this day by the players, not only by how stupidly powerful they are single-handedly countering a big portion of ultimate abilities in the game, but also how easy they are to land and get that sweet value. Hello everyone, and today I will rant just a little bit and maybe some more about the tactical grenades of Revolver Man. McCree has to be one of the most unique DPS heroes in the game, being a hybrid between a sniper and a typical damage dealer by pumping out damage in high numbers but slow fire rate portions. This in turn causes him to be way more reliant on his aim, as no longer do you just spray in the general direction of your enemies and maybe some bullets will hit the enemies and some will shoot a random child on the other side of the map, who knows. On McCree, the precision and timing each of your shots will be rewarded in a form of dominating the entire lobby. Of course, we can't have a hero that is only focused on his primary weapon, so Blizzard has blessed this man with a tactical grenade. I can't speak for you guys and your experience with this explosive pipe, but my experience can be summarized in some nice buzzwords like pain, suffering, sorrow, and maybe a pinch of that anger too. This got me thinking a little bit deeper about this ability, because today's magnetic grenade has a way longer effect time than the old flashbang, where it now hinders you for a few hours. That's why today's video has been created to decide once and for all which ability was or is better. I will go through the current and the old design of the funny stick, and I will try my best to give an unbiased verdict on which ability was less canonically accurate. I don't know how to move smoothly to the next segment, so... The current iteration and the design we are most familiar with. I'll start by giving some background to both of the nades so we get to know the entire picture better. So here are some boring statistics on the screen for those who care, and now let's have a real talk. Cassidy's magnetic grenade is, as the name implies, attracting to the enemy ass cracks. It can chase them for almost an entire second, and once it locks on, you need to pray to Lord Jeff to be kind on your poor life. It will magically not connect after you used every possible ability to get rid of it. That's right, some movement abilities, like ironically the Cassidy's combat roll, or in rare cases Genji's dash or Doom's rocket punch, aren't enough to defeat the floating boom boom threat. This of course means it's really easy to land it and secure yourself some nice damage that was luckily lowered down to a tolerable amount, where now it feels on par with other abilities and not a pocket nuke with homing. So if the ability has some nice safety nets to ensure you land them, what is its special power that it does? To put it nicely, every target hit with the magnetic nade is instantly put in a wheelchair. His legs will no longer work. The advanced technology malfunctions, and this nade can even stop the human helicopter, removing any form of escape, and of course it will also slow you down.
Slow and steady wins the rape.
It's actually so bad that the hack ability might finally have some competition in the most annoying ability in the game spot. I might be over-exaggerating a little, because I mostly play tank heroes, and it just so happens that it's the tank heroes who rely on their mobility abilities the most. You can no longer dive with Winston, as your escape is now a gamble if the homing wheelchair spell will get to you. Wrecking Ball becomes a Weeping Ball, and Doomfist is getting his entire will to live wiped instantly. Of course, it doesn't only counter tanks. No, that would be too stupid. It can hinder anybody equally, and even if the targeted hero doesn't have any mobility abilities stripped from them, they are still getting slowed. It's like deciding it is a great idea to hit a turtle with a slowness potion. Flashbang. So, that was the current ultimate ability of Cowboy. Whoops, I mean just a regular ability. But how was it before? When the grass was greener and PvE was better, there was no thing such as magnetic boom boom. The players were living in peace and harmony with the ability called the Flashbang. which could counter 90% of the ults in the game. You see, this iteration has its upsides and downsides too. Some might think that at least you are now able to still play the game, where before you could do nothing. And I say nothing to prevent getting locked in place and getting gently put out of your misery with a single tap to the head, or you are forced to watch as the cowboy unleashes his entire load on your face. Oh, I'd take that single bullet anytime. But the old Flashbang was only effective for a brief moment, and above that, its range was as close as the relationship between Bridget and Reinhardt. If you wanted to fully counter it, you just stay away, and not even on the other side of the map. But 6 meters were perfectly enough, because even if the idiot rolls straight forward onto you, it still wouldn't be enough to be in range of the Flashbang. If you didn't know, the magnetic grenade has no problem flying across the street just to give you a warm explosive smooch.
Wait for it.
Also, from the tank's perspective, the flashbangs were only dangerous if you had a play involving your ultimate ability in your head. You just had to watch out and listen or look carefully when is the flashbang used, then everything, you can go. Everything that magnetic grenade does, flashbang can do too, but at a shorter range and a shorter duration, with a trade-off being a stronger incapacitation of your target, and in some rare cases the explosion radius can hit multiple of them. But it's not like McCree could wipe out an entire team just because he hits someone or multiple targets with a flashbang, right? Right?
Oh no!
So it boils down to if I prefer to suffer longer but with a less limiting consequences, or experience a short burst of power that is a full stun but only at close range to the cowboy. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is clear as day in my eyes. Also, if you got this far, consider subscribing.
Do it.
I have decided, with all the evidence provided, and with the totally not rigged results of this poll I did last moment,
Spaghetti!
that the ultimate winner of which ability was better, even though both of them sucked PP and no one liked any of the versions, but Blizzard still decided to give crowd control to McCree even though they said they will remove most forms of crowd control, goes to... Combat Roll! Okay, no, just kidding. The fridge magnet wins this time, in my opinion. But it still sucks Rhino dick.
This 1-year-old is learning to cope with rejection.
Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye.